Hey Siri, battle stations. Hello, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Bobby.
Good morning, potate_o_no. Did you sleep through your alarm again? Or are we just extra chipper today?
I don't know, I guess we're kind of extra chipper. Suppose. I mean, it's Monday, but feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty happy about the day. Not quite set up. So I'm like juggling things over here. But we're almost ready to go. Let's put it on this guy. That's a good place. It's as good a place as any. Not you. You. There we go. All right. Let's get into it. Let's get right to it. So over the weekend, I did a little work on my own. Spent a little more time on the app. Made a little logo guy, little bud guy. Take a look at that in a second. Had a really good meeting today. I'll talk about that in Rose Thorn Bud. But let's put on our today list. Let's do our today list. And I don't know why I'm saving these lines because I'm just going to erase them. We did those things. We don't need those things. We did those things, right? So I'll do a Rose Thorn Bud for the day. We are going to spend a little time. Ooh, that's a big line. We don't need a heavy line like that. And what's going on with this red guy? You get out of here. Hey. All right, well, fine. Stay there. What we're going to do is go back into the Flutter app. And I'm learning a lot about Flutter and layouts and how they work and how they don't work. They can be a little bit of a pain. But I'm getting there, getting the hang of that. So we're going to do some more work on that. Try to flesh out some of the other pages, some of the other tabs. And then we're going to look at other data sources. Right now we're just pulling data from Plaid. And we want to start to pull data from other potential sources like the EV charger in my garage. So pulling data from EV charger. So do those couple things. And then I don't know. Let's see where that goes. We'll see where that goes. I gotta get back on the WebRTC at some point this week. I really let it go, and I'm like starting to forget how it works. So I'll try to spend some time on that this week, but I don't know if it's going to be today. It might be tomorrow. But I'm just really kind of focused on this Monility thing right now, so I want to stay on that. So let's do Rose Thornbud. Let's see where that goes, and then we'll get into Flutter.
Yoink!
Yoink! That trigger is so touchy. It mishears so many things as I won't even say it. But we also have a long list of clips that we have to get back to that I should probably do at some point. Maybe I'll do that on stream today. We'll see. All right, so roses. Let's see. Well, we had a good founder meeting this morning. We did a quick demo of where we're at. So early demo was good. I feel good about where we're at. Today's the 30th. Today's supposed to be the day we're at demoable, and I feel like we're, pretty much there. I feel good about where we're at. So early demo progress is good. What else is good? I don't know. Early. It was a quiet weekend. We didn't do a ton this weekend. Friday was kind of a big thing. Like Wyatt had amazing Friday. He went into town, picked him and his buddies up. They came over here, had dinner over here, hung out, destroyed the house. And then they went over to his other buddy's place and did like a movie night in the backyard. So it was like, pretty big deal for a 10-year-old. So that was Wyatt had a good weekend. Let's just put that. Wyatt weekend. Thorns. I don't know. Tummy hurts today. I don't want to put that on the thorn though. But I'm looking. I kind of want to dig into this, like hacking my EV charger. Kind of want to dive right into that, but we're going to wait for a second. We're going to do some other stuff first, and then thorn. I'm going to say like, I don't know. Tums. How about that? I don't know. I've done better, Rose Thorn Buds. I've done worse. Good enough. All right, so let's take a look at the Flutter app. I made a quick little logo guy, and we have a couple new elements, but we need to spend some more time on it. So we'll do a little bit of that, and then we'll take a look at what it's going to take to pull data from this charger. It's not going to be easy. Let's look at this like real quick because I have it on screen. So, there's no like API. Apparently they had an API, but then they, decided your data is their data now and discontinued that. We're transitioning to a new platform. Your charging station will be migrated to this new app, which the new app stinks. Along with web browser access to your charger will no longer be supported. Everything's got to be done through this new app. And if you go like, this is from January of last year. You look at this documentation. And I believe this is all like now. I reject your cookies. This is all like shut down. And so what they've done is Yep. Yes, it is going away. Definitely not a planned replacement. Yeah, great. Thanks. Awesome. I started a reverse engineering effort of the API, put my findings in a gist, and said, you know, oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Okay. I can tell that. I can get some stuff. No, not going anywhere. Look at all this. But in any event, there's this man-in-the-middle proxy. I don't really want to set up a man-in-the-middle proxy. It feels a little bit crazy. And apparently this thing just phones home over UDP. And so you can put up this proxy, and it will man-in-the-middle it, and then you can get the data that way. This obviously isn't something other people are going to do, so I kind of want to try to make it something that, like, I can say, hey, we support this kind of charger so far. This is not an official way to do that, so we'll have to spend some time looking at that. Let's fire up. What we're going to do is fire up our reflector guy. And we'll fire up app, and we'll take a look. Let's see if it does it on the first try. I bet you it's not going to. Nope. Said no thank you. Try it again. Ah, there you go. Okay. Now I'm here, and over here, I want this to not be full screen. Even though I told you many times, I don't want you full screen, but you do it anyway. It's very rude. All right. Let's bring this guy over here. Ooh, it's very big now. But like this big. And then I'll show, I did some work on this over the weekend. You can see it looks a little different than it did. And we can take a look at the Firestore integration. Okay. And, you know, we go in here and change a number. Okay. And we can change the rank. And we can change the rank progress. All that, live updates. So that's cool. That works. You can see I've got this like weird logo thing. And the idea behind this guy is that it is a carbon dioxide molecule, but colored yellow plus blue equals green. That's the starting point. So I want to fix the layout of this page a little bit. This is based on these wireframes. Ooh, these wireframes are quite bright. And let's bring this. Can we zoom out a little bit? I guess not. Here we go. And can some of these things that I'm looking, like, what is this? I don't need this. No, not you. You, go away. Here we go. And let's go to this one. So that's based on this wireframe. We need to clean it up a little bit. Okay. And I kind of want to like, I would love to be able to do this not on this computer. Like I kind of want to open this with my local VS Code and run the build over SSH. And I tried that early on and it really did not go well. But I was kind of thinking maybe I'll try it again. Let's just see where it gets. So what I'm going to do is actually close out of this. I'm going to open up my Visual Studio Code on this box. And we're going to see if we can go ahead and connect to Frostner this time. Okay, that worked. Now I'm going to open a folder. And this is here, this one. Oh, yes. Oh, terrible things are happening. Okay. Okay, it says it's connected to this. Okay. All right. iOS. No. Here's our main.dart. Okay. Everything's in here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, okay. And let's just go down here and put in here. We have a bunch of text in here somewhere. There we go. Put in this text. Test.
What's your name, pretty boy?
Save. Okay, I'm going to try to build it. So this should be running on the remote box. Oh, that's a big stretch.
What's your name, pretty boy?
Hey, it worked. It worked. It worked. That's amazing. That's amazing.
What's your name, pretty boy?
Oh, I got a big old typo in here. So let's so let me show you that this worked. So it worked. You know what would be really cool too is if I could just have just this screen shared and not the whole computer. That would be like super dope. And I was trying to figure out if I could do that. Oh, look what I'm doing. I'm trying to drag this thing. I tried to like over here pull down the thing that has your sort of on your iOS device. This is your like sort of dashboard where you put screen sharing and stuff. And there's just nothing there. There's just nothing there. So I don't think I can do that.
What's your name, pretty boy? I'm not gonna lie to you.
I can move it to Hugin.
Yo, I have expectations.
Okay.
You're too much. I'm not from here. I'm not your girl.
I don't want to spend too much time on this. Not you. Simulator device.
What's your
Options. All right, I don't want to spend a ton of time on this. So this can go away.
What's your name?
Listen, just you what is going on here?
What's your name? What's your name?
Okay, that I don't need.
What's your name?
Did not want to go full screen.
What's your name?
There we go. All right. We have a build solution though. That's the important thing. I can toggle back and forth between those things. Okay. So, the next thing I want to do,
What's your name?
let's just put it like that.
What's your name? What's your name?
Two things. One is I want to fix this down here. And then the other is I want to fix this being way up high like this. These are supposed to be kind of together. And I want to redo all this. So we're going to work on that next. Okay. So build home tabs. Here's the tabs. Here's home. Okay. And in here we've got an expanded. No, we just. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, I see. I see now. All right. I see. I see. I kind of want to put this all back together because that confused me. I know that's a very long line, but I don't care. Okay. So I think what we need here is I have two issues, right? I've got this like, if I shrink this number, this is where the logo is. If I shrink this number, I'm going to set this to like 15 and I'm going to save it. And you can see that it is way up in here into the notch area. I don't need that. So I think what I need is, I need a padding area up here. I need like a separate element that is just padding. Edge insets. Edge insets only top 10. And do I need a child for that? Is it going to get mad at me if I don't have a child for it? Okay, that did that. It did the right thing. Let's see if I can move this like, just like that. And over here, I'm going to move this all the way over there. This guy. I'm going to move this guy. Can I move this? Yes, I can. Yeah, that could work. That could work for at least the kind of work that we're doing right now. Okay. So that worked. It's not enough. Let's move it more. Okay. Okay. And then this, I don't know that I need this to be expanded. I kind of want it to be as small as possible.
Over. I want everything in one bag.
Yes, ma'am.
But I don't want the bag to be heavy.
Well, I don't think that's possible.
What are you, the possible police? Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. That was a bit unexpected. I was thinking, so this area here, So this must be, so here, okay, so here's our padding. That's this 50. Here's the logo. It's right there. And then this is an expanded. And I don't know that actually we want this to be expanded either. I think we just want it to be center. I don't think we want it to be expanded. We only want the bottom to be expanded, and we don't need a flex on it. I think we just need that. Pause on exception. All right, I fucked it up. What's your exception? What's your problem, bud? Okay, well that's if I can't get the exceptions, this isn't gonna work. Let's reload. Aha. Okay. Updated low. Okay. Needs layout. Okay. Failed assertion has size. So, does this need to be in a container with a size associated with it? Is that the problem? It's going to yell at me. It's like, you don't need this container, you son of a bitch. Try removing this container. Can I set height here? Width double height. Height 50. No, 50 is not going to be high enough. 200. Let's try reloading that. Okay, just unconst the whole thing then, you know? It's just like, can we deal with the optimization for constants later? Because this is annoying. All right. That looks a bit better. That looks a bit better. Now, now if I change this to 100. Okay. Okay. All right. That's a bit closer to our wireframe. I think I'd like it better at 200. And then I want this to be 100. Yeah. I could hang with that. I can hang with that. That's okay. Looks pretty good. What do you think, Bobby?
Well, look at you, making progress. I'm shocked. 200 looks decent, but let's not jinx it. Keep it rolling, who knows, maybe you'll break something else spectacularly.
I mean, here's hoping. Here's hoping. Use a sized box. Fine. Can you? Oh my God. Just fix it. If you're so smart, then just fix it. Holy Jesus. All right. Let's save it. Does it do the same thing? It does. Hooray. Very good. All right. I'm digging that. I'm feeling good about that. All right. All right. What else? Now we gotta do this bottom part. This bottom part needs a few things. One, it needs these headers. Let me show this. It needs these headers. That is the time, the most recent day. It needs to be, you know, the fonts need work, and then the points need to be separate and like on right justified. So, and it doesn't have to perfectly match this, but I do like this much better than what we got, which is not great. Oh, you can't really see that. Oh, I'm realizing now I have it set up so that you can't see it. All hidden. It's all hidden. You gotta fix that. It's not okay. So we'll move this guy over here. This guy can go right. This guy can actually go here. This guy goes here. And this guy goes here. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now everything's on screen. Now everything looks good. So, what I'm using for this thing is this Cupertino list tile. And I think rather than using a list view, I'm going to use rows. And I don't know if I can add rows to a list view. So that's the first thing to find out. And this creates a list of tiles and then adds that like that. So I kind of want here, I'm going to go class row. And this will take in a data. Yes. What should I call this? Build event list row. And it takes in a map of string to dynamic of data. And it's yelling at me because I'm not returning the row. Row result. I'm going to say row equals row. 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 Your vote. Return that row. Row. Return row. Why are you complaining? Class. This isn't a class. This is just a function. Class event. So I kind of want, okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to move this method in here. Okay. Very good. Yes. What are you complaining about? Oh, God. Fucking out of control with this thing. All right. Now, we're going to need to know. So let's start with just formatting. We'll worry about the dates in a minute. We're going to start with just formatting the text. Okay. So in this row, we need, all right. So we're going to need, this is going to have, does it have children? Children. Okay. And the first child. Okay. So this row actually kind of needs to have, let me think about this. So let's take a look at this again. Stop. Stop. I don't know what you're, oh yeah, I'm over here. There we go. So this wireframe is not that realistic because you can't really have a layout like this where, I mean, I guess I could have a column and the column could have two labels, two text areas, and one is right justified, right? And so these two would be aligned, and then this one below it would take up the whole thing. So that's one way we could do it. And I think it would make these the same font, except for this one is bold. Okay. So I think I could do this in a way where I don't need to actually set up a column. I could just set up a rich text area. And I've got a text span for this part and a text span for this part. And this part is right justified. That might work. I think we will get into trouble if this text is too long, or if this text is too long. And so then the question becomes, how would you format it in that case? I think the way I would format it is I would rather keep this together as a block, and then this would be center right, and this would be center left. So I think I am going to use columns. I'm going to use a column with two areas, two texts. I think that might actually be easier too. All right, let's start there. Okay. So we've got a column. And this is going to have children. And this is going to be a text. And this is going to be data. And what is the text? Description. Points. And in our data, let's go back and look at our data. I want to do that here. So in our data, we only have sort of this title, which I'm calling description, which is not the right word for it. And we need like a longer bit of text that describes why it was good that you did this. Oh, excuse me, God. Oh my God. So we're going to need to fix that too. So we're going to have to revisit the thing that loads this data. But for now, let's just use this. And in here is our text style. Text. Name parameter text isn't defined. Well, fuck you then, bud. String data. Style. There is style. Style. Text style. Now, if I just put a style, was this gonna like get fucked up? Font size 20. What's your problem? Ugh. Hate you. Text, data, points, right? Style, text, style, font size 20, font weight bold. Ugh. And then text align right, center right. All right, fine, right. Just start there. And then under that is going to be, under that column is going to be a text that is lorem ipsum. This is good because you did a thing that is good to do. Okay? And then I'd help you if you don't have the const modifiers. You just chill on the const modifiers, huh? And so here we're going to take this out. We're going to say comment. And we're going to say, this is a list of rows now. List row tiles for var doc and docs vars. Tiles add get this dot get, call this thing? No, build. Doc data as map string dynamic. You don't need this. You know what? Don't tell me what I need. Don't tell me what I do and don't need, you son of a gun. Alright, so. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Hey. Oh, right. Getting confused about my mouse pointer. Obviously did not work. Okay. Cool. Great. I love that about me. This I want to close. I don't need that right now. What is your problem? Oh God. And let's reload. Oh. Well. It does need to compile. That's important. Whoa! Holy shit. Okay. Super weird. That's very unexpected. Okay, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna run a little experiment. Row equals row children text your boat. Okay. Cool. Oh my god, with this. Okay. Data description. Aha. Aha. Okay. Gotta understand how the F strings function in this world. This world that we've explored of Flutter. Holy shit, that's terrible. Okay. All right, let's take out the... I'm going to comment out this guy. Let's focus on this top part. All right. Am I reversing these? I don't think so. To cause a child to expand to fill the available horizontal space, wrap the child in an expanded widget. What is your problem now? Getting really confused. Okay. Oh, you reformatted it, you son of a bitch. Ugh. Ugh. I hate it. I hate working in Flutter. It's such a mess and so confusing. Stop it. I also don't like that every time I have my mouse over anything, it wants to show me something. Okay, I'm going to take this one out. So we've just got this one expanded in this one column. And still we're not getting like any update. It's like some kind of... Alright, let's reload. Null check used on a null value. Has size. Needs paint. Okay. We don't want an expanded here. Okay. I wish I could like put a border on this so I can see, or a background. So I could see the size of it, you know? Like I have no idea how big this thing is. Can I put a background on this? No, of course not. Ow. Okay. Okay. Selection color. And then there's like a thing where I can inspect it. Oh god. Terrible things. Okay, right. No. Okay. The row widget does not scroll, and in general is considered an error to have more children in a row than will fit in the available room. If you have a line of widgets and want them to be able to scroll if there's insufficient room, consider using a list view. Okay. See, I think we want expanded. Like everything broke when we did that. What happens if we put the, let's put this in and expand it. I don't think this is right. I think this is not what we want. What is your problem? What? Too many positional arguments. Stop it. Wait. That's what it is. Okay. Okay. Now we're back to exception time. Now we're back into exception land. It does not like that. It does not like this expanded. And if I reload, it's going to give me the has size issue. Okay. Ugh, I got such a mess. I hate it. I really don't like it. Now I'm confused again. Nope. I gotta erase it all. I can't take this anymore. My gosh. It does not need to be this complicated. Okay. Now we're back to here. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe it doesn't need to be a row. Ugh. I don't like doing this. You just return the widget, okay? Okay, that's okay. Okay. Oh, but I do need a row because I need more than one thing in it. All right, what we need to do, I gotta figure out how to color this thing so I can see what it's doing. Well, you know what? If we look at column, there was somewhere where it was showing me an example of how to do this. Expand it. Here we go. Container. Color. Okay. And it's got a width. Okay. Okay. So here, container, color, blue. Okay. How did I get the color? God bless America. Colors blue. Child this. Okay. Now I can see what it's doing. Okay. Now. Under here. Container. No. Color. Color red. Child. And I want this. Ugh. I mean, Stop it. What's wrong with red? Colors. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take this text align out. This we'll deal with later. Okay. Now, this is a column. Do I actually want the column out? Am I thinking about this wrong? The way like a row works? Yes, I am. I see. All right. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Is there no padding? Can I not pad the row? Okay. I mean, I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. This needs to be 24. And this needs to be formatted, right? Somewhere I had a format for that. Format points. I should have known that. Okay. All right, now how am I gonna pad this? I mean, I guess I could do. Can I do this? Padding. Ah, yes. Edge insets. Yes, from you. And I will move this. Take this out. Put this here. Put this here. Put this here. There we go. All right, left 20, top 0, right 20, bottom 0. Ha! All right. And you know what? I want to just go ahead and put padding here. Okay. All right, so now what will be under here, under this row, I see. So what I actually need is not to return a row. I need to return a column. What's your plan? Oh, it's const. So this can go away. This can go away. Column. I'm going to call this line. Column. Line. You know, I'll call it row. It's going to be confusing because I'm... column row. And then in here is a row. Children. Okay, that did nothing. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. Build event list item. List widget. List widget. I'm going to call it tile because I call it a tile. Tile. All right, tile. I lost my place. Where am I? Here it is. All right, and then in here, that's the row. Here I'm going to have a text. Lorem ipsum. This is an event description describing why this is good for you to do. Ha! Cool. No, not you. You. Yes. Good. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Now I need some padding on this thing though. And maybe the padding should be... Fine. Do it. Huh. Okay. Oops. Okay, and then can you fix the formatting, please? Okay, oh, I need one more parenthesis. There it goes. Haha! Success. Okay. Great success. A great success. This thing is like... No, it's not an unnecessary container. It really isn't. Use a sized box. Fine. Better not break. I'll be a steady spaghetti. Okay. Cool. Feeling pretty good about that. This to be there. Yes. Huzzah. All right. Let's look at, we'll go here. We'll go here. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I think this needs to be a bit smaller. And we still need the titles. I think this needs to be a bit smaller too. It's still a bit too big. Okay. I mean, these are my wireframes, so it's like, doesn't have to be exact. All right, we need style. Const. Okay, we need a comma. Let's start with 12. 12's too small. 14's good. Okay. What are you complaining about? Fine. Jeez Louise. How about the compiler does its job and it figures all this stuff out, since you seem to know. You know already where I need to put const. So why am I doing it? Why is this my problem? Okay. Good, good, good. Now I need the titles. Okay, so now let's go back to our data. Let's go back to our data. We do have a date in here. Although this date is very old. So we'll have to mess with this date. Oh, look, it's a timestamp. If I edit it, look at the new. Okay. Edit this. Did a thing. Did a thing. Okay. And if I add a field in here called we'll call it rationale. This thing you did is a good thing to do. Good job on doing that thing. Aha. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What is your problem? Okay, cool. What is your problem? Oh, God. Okay. Null. Okay. Can I do this? Can I go here? Can I do this? Or... lorem ipsum. All right, well, we'll just leave it null for now. That's fine. Why is it like that? If I container this and I color it, okay, can I expanded this? Oops. Oh, what just happened? Yeah, got a width issue. Okay. Come on, man. Am I working again? I don't know. I can't tell. No. Oh, okay. When expected to find an int in parentheses. Okay, is it working again? No. It's fucked up. I don't understand what I broke. This was working. Why? No, okay, it's working again. Okay. No, God bless it. Okay. I want this to be like max width. I thought that's what expanded was for. That's not what I want. See, I can't just put this container in. Maybe if I put the expanded here, this is going to be weird. Our expanded child here? No. Okay. And if I would expand it here, the problem is that I'm in this endless scrolling widget, right? So this could be as high as you want. So I can't do an expanded that depends on height, because then it's like, oh, well, how do I expand to fill infinity, right? So I need just like a width expanded. Is there a way to say expanded just by like expanded child this, right? And that goes to, that's the end of the, column in, yeah. All right. Now in expanded, let's go look at expanded. Yeah, unhelpful. Okay. Fit. I like want to set. I want to like set. No. Flexible? Maybe I need a flexible? Okay, let's try flexible. No. Incorrect. You did it wrong. Thanks for that. Thanks for your super helpful help. Thanks for your super helpful help and telling me that I did it wrong. Okay? Flex fit. Tight or loose? Okay. Okay. Cannot hit okay, wait, what? Let me restart that again. Yeah, okay. All right. We're back to here. So I feel like what I want to do is Flutter get device size. Media query. But I don't have context. Do I have context? I don't think so. And I can pass it in. Build context. Okay. Let's try it. Okay. With media query. Oh God. Dot size of context width. Now, I want to know, what I want to know is, am I now bigger than I need to be? Because if, okay, so let's subtract by 10 and see if, yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. It doesn't actually change anything. 20, 100. Now we're smaller. 50. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So what we need, you know, you've put all this, we're getting we need the sum of all the padding that's above me, which is like not great, right? I think it's 40 though. But this is going to be brittle. Yeah, that's correct. All right. This is unfortunately going to be brittle, though, right? Because if something below, above this level messes around, you don't need this anymore. Fine. Sized box. Okay. All right. I mean, I don't think that matters. I don't think I'm going to use this anywhere else. I don't think I need to comment it. All right. All right. I'm actually pretty happy with this page, this tab. I think we're in pretty good shape. I think what I'm going to do now is take a quick break. We're going to spend a little time messing around with this and see what we can get from my JuiceNet box. Hopefully I don't need to do this whole thing, but we'll see. All right, I'll be right back. Do this and this.
There's something rather magical about radio waves. They're actually a sort of invisible energy. This aerial can actually pick up enough of this energy to power this primitive receiver I made. It has no battery. It relies entirely on harnessing the energy of the radio waves in the air. It's not very loud, so I'll have to put it straight on the microphone so you can hear it. I managed to pick up Radio Israel broadcasting from Jerusalem on it one night. Although there's something quite wonderful about this little thing, radio sets have been around for so long now that they've become rather ordinary, unglamorous contraptions. And even the electronics inside now look rather familiar. In this program, I'm going to look at how these mysterious radio waves were discovered and how radio receivers managed to pick them up. Creating radio waves is actually very simple. Any electric spark emits them. Each of these sparks is sending out radio waves. You hear them on the radio as interference. That's why lightning makes radios crackle, and even the tiny spark inside a light switch is enough to produce a little pop. But without a radio set, though, it's not easy to detect these waves, and most scientists didn't believe they existed till just over 100 years ago. What finally convinced them was an experiment performed by the physicist Heinrich Hertz in 1887. It was first demonstrated in Britain by a scientist called Oliver Lodge, here in the Royal Institution. Hertz used very big sparks created by a machine like this called an induction coil. Could you turn it on, Bill? This was connected to these metal plates with another spark gap in the middle, and this acted as a sort of aerial. This was Hertz's receiver. It's simply a loop of copper wire. Well, the big spark creates radio waves with enough energy to make a tiny spark jump across the gap between these balls in the receiver when they're held very close together. So, hold these in position. Okay, Bill. If you look carefully, you can just see the spark jumping across the gap. These sparks are so tiny that Hertz had to let his eyes get accustomed to the dark for 15 minutes and then watch the sparks through a magnifying glass. His apparatus only had a range of a few meters, and he had no interest in finding any practical uses for it. The first person to use radio waves for signalling was Guglielmo Marconi. Marconi had been a difficult child. His mother was a Jameson from the Irish whiskey distillers who'd run away to Italy to be an opera singer and married an Italian landowner. She quickly got bored on his estate.
There's not much going on here. I think we'll go for a little jaunt.
The infant Marconi spent much of his childhood being dragged round Europe by his mother.
Where are we going, Mama?
Barcelona, or perhaps Boulogne.
Iatti colorati, la 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 la. Eccololi, la 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 la.
He showed little interest at school and constantly irritated his father with ridiculous scientific experiments.
Cos'è? Eccoci. Eccola. E vamos!
Prego my plate, smash your face.
Shortly after failing to get into university, he happened to read an article about Hertz's work.
Oh!
He immediately started obsessively experimenting and had soon managed to transmit the signals over a mile. Still aged only 20, he arrived in England to try and sell his ideas. Marconi had found that fixing one side of the spark gap to a long vertical wire made a much better aerial than Hertz's. This was further improved by connecting the other side of the spark gap to Earth. Apart from that, the transmitter was basically the same as Hertz's. Any electrical spark will do. Here it's being provided by the ignition circuit of Rex's pickup truck. This primitive transmitter has a surprisingly long range. Marconi also used a much more sensitive receiver called Coherer. This was based on a design by Oliver Lodge. This is my homemade version. It's just a tube of nickel filings. I made it by filing down a coin. You fix one end to the aerial, another kite, and the other end to the Earth. And what happens is that when it detects the radio waves, its electrical resistance falls dramatically, so it acts as a sort of switch and turns on a circuit. The theory behind it's very complicated and wasn't worked out till many years later, but it's quite simple to make it work. The only slightly complicated thing is that you have to have something to shake it to restore its high resistance at the end of each signal. So now if I signal to Rex, this is Marconi's original equipment that he brought to England with him. This is his transmitter with an induction coil like Hertz's and these balls that concentrated the energy of the spark. One end would have been connected to the aerial. This is his receiver. The aerial went on here. This is his coherer inside the glass tube. The filings are actually in the gap in the middle. And this is the device to tap it. Marconi would have been sending a combination of long pulses and short pulses, sending messages in Morse code. Well, this original apparatus only had a range of about 3 miles, but Marconi gradually increased the sensitivity of his coherers and the size of his transmitters till he was sending messages hundreds of miles. The larger transmitters had much larger spark gaps, which got very noisy, so he had to take to putting them in enclosed boxes. Marconi's early systems had a big disadvantage. They couldn't be tuned. You can hear the signal from our spark transmitter all across the short, medium and long wave bands. The reason is that sparks create chaotic waves of all sorts of different wavelengths. What was needed was a more precise transmitter than a spark. This was the solution, the tuned circuit. It suddenly all starts to look like a proper radio, but the basic parts are still quite simple. There's a coil of wire here called an inductor, and a series of overlapping metal plates here called a capacitor. The electricity whizzes backwards and forwards from one to the other, oscillating thousands of times a second. The valve acts as a sort of pump, keeping the whole thing going. You can see a picture of the radio waves this tune circuit's transmitting on this oscilloscope that I've hooked up to a short aerial. If I hold it near the tuned circuit and switch on, you can see how regular the oscillations or waves that it's transmitting are. Now, if I compare this with the Spark machine, you can see just how chaotic its radio waves are. Once the tuned transmitter had been perfected, Spark transmitters were quickly banned for polluting the airwaves. With the problem of interference solved, radio seemed so miraculous that it could be capable of almost anything. Early radios did still have one limitation. They couldn't transmit speech, only the simple pulses of Morse code. Morse code's still used for messages on the shortwave band, and pulse codes are also used for radio-controlled models.
I built this little car for a children's television series, and I've hooked up the oscilloscope to the transmitter so you can actually see the stream of pulses that the car receives. If I work this switch, that's the one that works the headlights, you can see it just moves one pulse. If I shift that one, it works two pulses, which actually opens the door. This one works the steering from left to right, you see it's moving four pulses. This one is shifting 5 pulses, and that's the speed control for forwards and backwards control, and so forth. Each series of pulses work a different function inside the car. To transmit speech and music instead of simple pulses, you first have to convert the sound to an electrical signal with a microphone, and then combine it with the radio waves. In the radio receiver, it all gets separated out again. You can see this very clearly on an oscilloscope. If I turn on this little radio, and I now plug the oscilloscope in to the loudspeaker, it's a bit large, this is giving a picture of the sound signal, and you can see it roughly matches the sound that's coming out of the loudspeaker. Now if I plug it in further back on the circuit, this is the sound signal combined with the radio waves. You can see the peaks still roughly match the sound that it's making, and the radio waves are actually going rapidly up and down in the middle. Now if I stretch this out a bit, these are the actual radio waves, and you can see what's happening is that the sound is constantly changing their size or their amplitude. And that's why this is called amplitude modulation, or AM radio. The man who designed much of the practical circuitry for AM radio was
All right. Hello again. So let's take a look at this this code. When was this last updated? 2 months ago. All right. So what we want to do, first of all, we need to figure out which IP my juice box is on. Oh, it's got a bunch of stuff in here. Look at this. I want all those things. So apparently you can telnet to it. Okay. All right, so first, I don't think we need this anymore, so let's turn this off. All right, so we're going to log into our pfSense. We're going to check out DHCP. See if we can figure out. I got a lot of shit on here, don't I? Which one of these is that thing? Well, none of these look like it's that thing, right? Okay, none of this is going to help us figure out which one is this one. So, what we're going to need to do is look at a DHCP, or we're going to need to look at MAC addresses. So what we want to look up is the MAC address and see if we can determine the vendor. We can also just nmap because we know that it listens on port 2000. Let's just do it that way. So do I have, okay, let's go here. Let's go here. And I want to scan a specific port. I think maybe I did that wrong. Port ranges. No, I did it right. It's just slow. I suppose I could have gotten a list of IPs and used that to like shrink the range a bit. Completed ping scan. Okay. Okay, scanning 55 hosts, 1 port per host. Okay. All right. 10, 12, 14, 30. A bunch of stuff is on that. That's not helpful. These are all closed. Closed and filtered. But one of them is open. 30. Okay. That's this thing. And in this thing, we had a few different commands in here. Get all. Get all. Oh ho. Ho ho. WLAN, UDP, TCP, system, soft AP, blah, 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 blah. Okay. This doesn't tell us anything about. Oh, it's kind of web server. TCP UDP, remote terminal disabled. Okay. Okay. Oh, and you can close the connection, you son of a bitch. You UDPC host and port. Get UDP list. All right, let's see what list does. List. Aha. Aha. So that is an endpoint. Okay. JuiceNet UDP prod USA NLX.com. Okay. Okay, those are all the telnet things. What else you got? You got help? Help all. What else you got? Get set. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, SPI, look at that. UDP server, UDP client, UDPC. Aha, UDP client. Okay. All right, here's the UDPC updater. This telnet's in. Get UDPC list. Okay. Open a UDP stream to a remote server at the network location, host and port. Okay, and if we go list, it's already got a UDPC to this host and that port. Okay. So what happens if will this blow away the one that's there? Start and stop the UDP server. Stop closing my connection. All right. UDPS. Too few args. Okay. You got some samples here. UDP server start 5,000. Okay. UDP server start 5,000. Listening on port 5,000. Okay. All right. Read 0100. No. Okay. Okay. UDP S stop. All right. List. Oops. List. Okay. So we're still there. Okay. So, oops. Publish it to okay. Like, I don't understand why I need a man in the middle here. Why can't I just give this thing another client to talk to? That's what I want to know. It's kind of crappy that they like had a really cool API and then they just like yanked it out from under everyone, and now everyone's resorted to this kind of shit. That's super crappy. All right, let's start by getting this. Now, is there just like... Like, all I want this thing to do is listen. If set will not send commands received from the to juice box or send. Juicebox host. Host IP of the juicebox. But I don't actually want you to do anything to it. I want you to just... I actually just want you to listen to. No, it doesn't even work. Leaving, bye. Great. So this thing just like, I just need like an MQTT like debugger, really, right? I just want to like, I assume, I don't know what, I think it seems like this is not, I don't know if this MQTT is currently it just sends a received message to the juice box. The other thing I want to do is sudo nmap v 1430. What are all your ports? Just that one. Desktop tools. Okay. All right, give me the jar. Let's see if I can open this thing. Where is it? Sir? Where are your releases? You. Blink, 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 blink. Where is this with dependencies? That's what I just got. Oh, these are very old. Okay. Broker? Why do I have a broker? I don't need a broker. I just want you to listen. I want to take apart the things. Urgh. Okay. Okay. Telnet 10, 12, 14, 30, 2000. All right. Help. UDP server. Help UDP server. Go look at this. Super helpful. All right. UDP server. Port. What was the port? Ugh. 1883. 1883 start. No. UDP server start. Listening on port 3000. All right. Project settings. 3000. Connect. Okay. Okay. UDP server stop. TCP server start. Listening on port 3000. Okay. Telnet 10, 12, 14, 30, 3000. Okay. All right. I got the TCP server. Okay. Stream list. Stream list. This is the same as list. Okay. Use the stream list to view open streams. For example, type info file UDPC, and it's got this number at the end. What is that number?
Holy shit. That's not... What is that? Oh, no, that's dog's blood.
Hmm. Hmm. Ah. Remote terminal. Remote terminal enabled. Okay. GPIOs. TCP server. Read stream specified by stream handle. Okay. List. Read. Read. 2. No. Stream read. Read bytes handle. To check for data, stream poll. Okay. Read 1024 from 2. No. Invalid argument. Fuck you. Okay. Read 1024 from 13582. Invalid argument. Fuck you then. Okay. 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 So wait a minute. List. All right. Oh, it's dead now. All right. TCP server start. Listening on 3000. All right. Now, what was that thing I was just using? The fuck did that thing go? This thing. Yeah, don't show that. I don't care about you. New. Shithead. 1430, 3000. It's trying. It's thinking about it. List. Oh. Error connecting. Maximum allowed connection attempts were exceeded. The broker is not responding to the connection request. Missing connection acknowledgement. Okay. Okay. TCP server stop. TCP server start. List. I've still got a bunch of these. Oh, still got a bunch of these open connections. I assume they will time out at some point. Let's see if I can still talk to this thing. Am I breaking it? I really don't like this thing, so I actually don't care that much. But let's see. Where is this stupid app? This fucking thing. Wait, what was that? I think it was telling me I needed to pay for a thing I already have. That's why I was checking it. Fusebox info. Alright, well I can still talk to the thing, so that's good. Okay. Still got these things open. Okay. 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 Hmm. All right, so let's try this. Here's what we're going to do. Python UDP example, just like a super simple example. All right, source cd, VI UDP server. Bye. Okay. do this on port. I don't know. That's fine. 12,000. I don't give a shit. Okay. Well, now I've gone and really fucked it up because now I can't just stop that thing, right? All right, well, let me kill that. Just reboot this thing. Commands. What is this? No. There's LS. That's interesting. What's that? Aha.
Holy shit. That's not... What is that? Oh, no, that's dog's blood.
The memory type to search. Internal, extended, or bulk. ls-mi. ls-mb. ls-me. And this events thing looks interesting. So how do I get a file out of that? Get a variable. Okay? That's not what I want. Read? No, I don't think that's what I want. Load a configuration previously by this. Okay, I don't want to load a config. File system listing files. Listing files. File location. Ugh. File types. File flags. File owner. Special files. Writing files. HTTP download. 2 files that can write files to the system. I see. Reading files. File open. FOP. Reading from a terminal. File open. Stream read. Okay. ls. FOP. I don't know which one of these is the newest one. Well, doesn't matter. They're all not that big. Events 03 04 E1 CZ -01 -01. Okay. Read 01000. No. Read 71000. Binary format is not displayed in console. Okay. Reading with the web app file browser. Oh, okay. Let's do that. HTTP server RESTful API. Oh. Echo OS web app. Oh. Setup web. You know what? I bet you the thing that they used before is still there. Local mode. Internet mode. Okay. Set HTTP server enabled. 1. Set HTTP server API enabled. 1. Save. Reboot. Okay. What could go wrong? Oh, it's back up. Hello again. List. Oh, look at you. You're connecting somewhere else now. Okay. Get HTTP server enabled. True. Okay. So now 10, 12, 14, 30. unable to connect. Connection refused. Help. Help commands. Well, shit. I definitely don't want to run setup web, because that's going to reset the Wi-Fi stuff, and then I'll be all fuckered up. Local mode provides all the web features do not require internet access, such as the firmware management and cloud services. Okay, get WLAN auto join enabled. This should be one. Oh no. Okay, get WLAN SSID. Yep. Yep. Get. Alright, set WLAN auto join enabled is 1. Set MDNS enabled as 1. Set get MDNS name. Fine. Save. Reboot. Rep. Oh, history. Uh-oh. I may have broken it. Here we go. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. PWM update ping. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. I really don't want to do the whole setup of this thing. And I mean, I have Home Assistant, but I don't want to plug it into Home Assistant. Well, maybe we should just start there. That might be the easiest thing. Let's just follow the instructions in this. Let's stop fighting this thing and do it the way they want.
Are you two fighting? I'll deal with you later.
This is gonna not work. Yep. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you. This is already Dockerified too. Docker Compose installation. If Juicebox host is defined, it will run a telnet script to get the NLX server and port as well as Juicebox ID. Okay. I don't see a Docker. I don't see a Docker Compose though. See Docker entry point. See Docker file. As a Docker file dev, is this like how you do this now? No. Set these Docker environment variables in your Docker Compose file. No problem. Example, Docker Compose. Okay. this is home bridge, not home assistant, right? Is home bridge like a offshoot of home assistant? I don't think so. I have to set up home assistant. Yeah, this is something completely different. Well. Not doing all that. All right, let's go back. Let's challenge our assumptions. Let's close everything. Juice box, EV charger, GitHub. Now here's this thing. This mysterious thing. Wi-Fi config sketch for the juice box. Oh, this is just. All right. All right. That's not what I want. Yeah, it's only home assistant stuff.
Camelot. It's only a model.
All right, now I'm getting off into random stuff. Okay. A Homebridge juice box. Okay. And this is the homejuice.net portal. Oh, wait a minute. Ugh. Okay. Well, buckety fuck, dude. That's what I say. Well, I don't know what to do next here. I think I need to take a break and I need to think about it. So I'm gonna kill it here. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna stop here for the day. Spend some more time thinking about this and figure out the best way to move forward with it. I think I'm getting to the point where it's getting too hacky and we might have to just call this a dead end, which I don't love, but unless I can take apart this juice box thing, this man in the middle proxy for Home Assistant, and figure out how to get data from it. And yeah, I don't know, like, it seems like maybe I needed to send like a specific message to it and then it would send me a message back. Maybe that's the problem I'm missing. Yeah, I think I need to look at this some more. But I'm going to stop here because my head hurts and we'll pick it up tomorrow.